Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. The Crew 1 is more or less over for now, because we are in the beta of The Crew 2. The Crew 2 episode number 1. That means that we have to start by selecting a character here. What we're gonna do in the first episode is unlock all of the headquarters as fast as possible. That will give us access to more than some people think. If you stick to one certain headquarters, then you might get a content lock after a while, because once you reach level 2, the beta goes into content lock. But if you unlock the 4 headquarters first, the first thing you do, unlock the 4 headquarters, then you will be able to test out all of the disciplines if you have enough money to buy the vehicles. You can only do events for the first discipline in each of the headquarters, but that does not mean you cannot test the other disciplines, you can just not do the events. So we'll start with going to the tutorial race and unlocking the 4 headquarters.
Okay guys, come on, get a move on, we're going on soon. Ah, Hiroyuki Carter.
Hey, call me Hiro.
Pleasure to meet you. I was beginning to think you and your driver weren't gonna make it. I'm from Live, the camera company sponsoring this race, and I'll be heading up this event. Walk with me.
Look, thanks again. I'm really stoked about this. Thanks for giving us the shot.
Don't mention it. We're always on the lookout for new talent, and you and your friend fit the bill. And I don't have to tell you this, but you do right by yourselves in this race, and you'll see a lot of doors opening up for you.
Gotcha. We won't disappoint you.
Disappoint me? That's not what this is about. It's your chance to impress people who matter. The events my company organizes are a feeder for every racing family out there. You do want to race, yes?
Oh yeah, this is such a big deal for us. We've tried broadcasting our races, but no dice. I guess nobody wants to see nobodies.
Trust me, just show the world what you've got with this one. You'll get followers like that. Run a good race, and you'll find your options and your followers increasing.
We'll give it our best.
Hero, my friend. I don't want your best. I want legendary badassdom. Anyway, I've got to go. Something about putting on a race. Best of luck.
Okay, thanks.
Here we go, the tutorial
Good to
race.
go, buddy. Break a leg. Hell, break
It's
anything you have to.
2 or 3 laps, I
Drive like
believe.
I know you can, and we'll be in the big leagues in
Or
no
is it
time.
the voting already? We'll see what happens.
Welcome to the city that never sleeps. In this event, you'll see New York taken over by racers in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just a city, it's a playground for the best pilots and drivers of today and tomorrow.
The Xtreme Live Series episode number 1. There will be more episodes later on.
Watch the first episode of this year's live Xtreme Series. In this new season, talented newcomers have a shot at taking on established stars and a chance to impress all the racing teams out here. And believe me, they're watching. And just as important, they need to generate excitement. That's how fans flock to them. And that's what it's all about, right? Become a racer, steal the show, and see your follower numbers soar. Speaking of soaring, get a load of that jump. There you have it, folks. The numbers are going through the roof. Live goes to the extreme.
power modes. Don't forget to lean backwards so that you're trimming, which will make the boat go fast.
You'll gain followers by winning, of course, but that's not the only way. Do a spectacular stunt like this, and the fans will come a-running. Check it out.
Go around the ramp. Yeah, you want to jump? You can jump, but it's faster to go around the ramp. Zigzag a bit so that they cannot get your
I
slipstream.
believe we're watching a new star exploding
So
onto
you're
the
stuck
circuit.
in your waves now.
We kick it up a notch for the grand finale. This is how it is these days. Just being a good pilot isn't enough anymore. You've got to shine on and off the course, staying sharp on the social media side. It's simple math. The more followers you have, the more followers you'll get. Sign on with your first racing team, and the second will start looking at you. Pile up supporters, and the contracts will be knocking on your door. To put it another way, a driver who attracts enough followers will open up new styles of racing. We call them disciplines. You'll call them awesome. And isn't awesome what we're all after? I can sense a rush of followers coming, can't you?
The nose of the plane is also controlled with leaning backwards or leaning forwards.
From the heart of New York City, this was the Live Xtreme Series, Episode 1. Thank you for watching, and remember to follow us on all social media.
We are anonymous
Cool, it is
now
official, my
and
friend. We
moving
have made the
to
big time.
the
Still
rookie.
gonna have to prove ourselves, but that's more than fine. You know, we got the right stuff. There's so much to try. Boats, planes, all kinds of cars. It's like the world's biggest buffet menu, and we gotta take a bite out of everything. We're talking street racers, off-road, pro racing, freestyle. We could take a test run with any of them. Or if you ask me, do them all. Pick which one you want to try first and let's go. My friend, welcome to the Motor Nation.
Thank you very much.
Now, we've got 4 ways we can get this puppy rolling. It's your pick. How do you want to start?
Now it's up to you. What do you want to pick? We are rookie, which is the first level. What we trying to avoid here now is, seeing this beta is content locked, we are trying to avoid getting to popular, which is level 2, as long as possible. If we can avoid it, that's the way to do it, because the bar will fill up. By doing stuff, you will get followers. So the only thing I'm going to do at this moment in time is unlock the 4 headquarters. We will start with the street, I guess. Just click on it and you enter it, or you play it. Also here you have to do a race again.
Look what we have here. The name's Latrell. I'm sort of like the unofficial welcoming committee for the street racing family. We tune our rides, show them off, and race 'em. If that sounds like something you want in on, you gotta show me something. I'll loan you a car, but you gotta do the driving. If you win, you're one of us. Just remember, the car's a loaner. Don't scratch it. All right, you did it. Now come with me. Got something for you I think you're gonna like.
There you see the bar up, and as you can see, it does not need much to fill up, so you cannot do much more than this. Welcome to the street racing family. For some reason or another, my client is Dutch.
That was some fine racing, which means you punched your ticket to the spot, the place where the street racing community hangs. I'm part of the crew here that's looking to take what we do legit. Feel the same way? Maybe we can help each other out. This guy, on the other hand, wants to keep it on the streets. His name's Edgar Marquez, but you best call him Tio.
Hello.
He's the champion racer around here, the king of the
Recording,
quarter mile. You want to take a shot at him, it's going to take everything you
Tried
got.
live streaming,
and
but
maybe
it,
a few
jumped
things
off.
I can teach you. You got talent, but I can give you skills. You see those cars? One of them's yours. Reward for winning that trial. It'll be a little tougher to earn the rest, though. You gotta buy those. Win enough races, get enough cred, and you'll get to play with all sorts of toys. Drifting, drag racing, you get the idea. You gotta run, and you gotta win. Now, pick your ride. Get behind the wheel, and let's see what you got.
This is the point where it unlocks the street race, which is the first discipline of the spot, and that is the street racing headquarters. You can walk around. How do you walk around? Is by just walking forward with the throttle. They have changed that. In the past it was by using the lean forward. So you see the four disciplines here in street. You have the street race, you have the drift, you have the drag race, and you have the hypercars. Of course, this is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. That means you need level 4 before you can drive the hypercars and before you unlock the disciplines and also the according events, obviously. But seeing we have unlocked these, we can all buy these vehicles. Of course, we do not have enough money at this moment in time, but once we have done a couple of races, we will be able to test the vehicles in free drive. We will only be able to drive the events itself for the first discipline, in this case street race. These people that you see loading here are other people. What we're going to do also is, if you do all of the events here in street race, you have this guy here, Edgar Tio Marquez. He's sort of, let's say, the king of street racing, and you have to beat him once you have 70% done in the headquarters. If you beat him, you win his car, the McLaren P1. Obviously, you cannot do that in the beta now, seeing we cannot do enough events in the street racing family. So we have no other choice than to leave that car alone for now, but you will be able to get to it. What we have just done was a tutorial race for the street racing. The first race was an extreme episode. The extreme episode is basically a race where you use 3 different disciplines. And as soon as you have certain vehicles in certain disciplines, more of these episodes will unlock. For instance, I remember that episode number 3, it starts off in a jet sprint boat. Obviously that means that you need to have one in your garage. Then it switches to a motocross bike and it finishes with a touring car. So that's like the 3 disciplines. If you have a vehicle in those, then the Xtreme episode series will show on your map. That's sort of how it works. First we're gonna pick up our car here. We just go in here. We have a bunch of cars here available. We'll go do that later, go over the car list. The Mazda MX-5 or the Miata, that was already in the Crew 1. The Mustang Fastback 2015, since the Wild Run was one of the starter cars in the Crew 1 even. So obviously we're gonna go for the new one that we can pick, and that is the Audi TT RS. You can give it a color, but also that is not that important here because you can change your colors later in your house. Also you can choose some rims, only 2 at this moment. All you have to do now is select your vehicle. By doing so it will also automatically put it in your favorite road vehicle. Also that you can change lane.
You know how we were talking about tricking out our rides? Now we've got the tools to do it at the house. Just no flame decals, okay?
It unlocks 12 disciplines or 12 events. Those are not only races, there are also skill tests and photo book events which are related to the whole scenery. I'm gonna stop the video here for now. This is episode 1, and then I will come back to you guys later with episode 2, 3, 4 and so on by unlocking all of the other headquarters, because that's the first thing I'm gonna do, because it's more or less the only thing you can do, and then you will already be level 2 almost, and then it goes into content lock. So we want to unlock these headquarters as fast as possible. You can do that if you go from one to another. If you start doing street racing now, you more than likely will not be able to unlock all of the headquarters because you will go into content lock. We're trying to avoid that. But that will be for the next episode. I will see you guys then, and bye for now.